Measles included, speaking of the current thing
which
that's
is
a controversy.
an infection that everyone got when I was a kid. And what happened was you'd get sick for a few days and then you'd be immune for life.
Yep.
Yeah. And they were making it look like everyone's dying from measles. Like, no, if you're dying from measles, you're sick. You're already compromised, which is exactly what happened with COVID, where 90% of the people who died had 4+ comorbidities.
Yep.
Like, Jesus Christ.
Which is why it was such a red pill for me, because I was like literally an ultra marathon runner that was going to the gym like 3 hours a day. I'm like, I need natural immunity. I already have natural immunity. Go fuck yourselves.
Yeah.
Like, what do you?
I just want to talk about 3 things here very quickly. The first one is, I'm pretty sure he's talking about chickenpox, because by the time he was born, the measles vaccine had already been implemented. So it's not likely to be true that he and his friends were all getting measles. It is, however, likely to be true that they were getting chickenpox. And though getting chickenpox, as I did when I was a kid, is supposed to prevent you, in most cases, from getting chickenpox again, you are still at risk for getting shingles. Contrast that with what happens when you get measles. Measles wipes out your immune system's memory. So previous things that you have been exposed to, that your body has developed immunity to, whether from vaccines or from natural exposure, you no longer have that memory. Your body no longer has that memory after you have measles. And he goes on to say that people are acting like lots of people have died from measles this year in the United States. And really no one is saying that. From the outbreak in Texas, 2 children, a 6-year-old and an 8-year-old, died. When he says that the only people dying are people who have other health problems, that is not true. Of the 2 children, one for sure has been noted in multiple places to not have had any other health problems. The first one, the 6-year-old, it's been less clear, but certainly there's been no report that she did have any health problems. For every 10,000 children who get measles, 500 will get pneumonia, which is the most common cause of death. 10 to 30 children will die from respiratory or neurological complications, and 10 children will get subacute sclerosing panencephalitis, which is what happened recently to a child who had been infected back in 2015 in California before this child was eligible to be vaccinated for measles, and had been infected and then developed this terrible complication years later and recently passed away. I don't really understand the thinking of those who believe it's fine for some number of children to die in order to avoid vaccines. To me, 1 child dying of a vaccine preventable illness is too many. Then there's this other person, I don't know who that person is, but he seems to be confused and think that being in good health is the same as having natural immunity. These are not the same thing. And very healthy people can be negatively affected by all sorts of viruses, including COVID. For example, there is this man who was an Ironman triathlete who had such a severe case of infection with SARS-CoV-2 that he ended up needing to go on ECMO. ECMO requires sending your entire blood volume out of your body through a machine and back to your body because your heart and or lungs are not functioning properly. This was, to be clear, before vaccines were made available. All this to say, please do not take medical advice or health information from people who have no freaking idea what it is they're talking about.